All right, buckle up because this is going to be one wild ride through the rumor mill. It's all about this crazy story that's been circulating about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Word on the street is that Mike Tyson is rumored to have knocked Jake Paul out during a secret sparring session, and he's supposedly been bragging about it ever since. Yeah, you heard me right. Let's dive into this insane tale and break down every juicy detail. So the rumor started with some insider whispers that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul decided to have a private sparring session. Now, why would they do that? Who knows, maybe Jake wanted to prove himself, or Tyson wanted to show him what real boxing power feels like. Whatever the reason, they supposedly ended up in the ring together, away from the cameras and the crowds. According to the rumors, this wasn't just a light, friendly sparring match. Tyson, despite his age, allegedly went all out, bringing the same ferocity that made him a legend in the sport. Jake Paul, full of his usual bravado, probably thought he could handle it. But facing Tyson, even in a sparring session, is a different beast altogether. Now here's where it gets really juicy. It's rumored that during this sparring session, Tyson landed a brutal punch that knocked Jake Paul out cold. Yeah, like completely out. People are saying it was a classic Tyson uppercut, the kind that's taken down countless opponents in the past. Imagine that, Jake Paul flat on the canvas, courtesy of Iron Mike. Word is that Tyson has been telling this story to his close friends, and he's not being shy about it. He supposedly said something along the lines of, "I already beat this bitch," referring to Jake Paul. Classic Tyson, right? Straight to the point, no sugarcoating. If these rumors are true, it's a huge blow to Jake Paul's reputation. Interestingly, Jake Paul has been oddly quiet about this whole thing. Usually he's all over social media, boasting about his fights and calling out opponents.
I'm 24 years old. I can take over the world. I can become the next Muhammad Ali at the rate this is going.
Jake Paul has officially challenged Mike Tyson to a boxing match, and it sounds like it's gonna happen. Jake Paul confirmed he's been having conversations with boxers like Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson told Joe Rogan that he thinks it would be cool to fight Jake Paul, especially since it would beat the boxing pay-per-view record set by Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Tyson has said he would beat Jake Paul, and Jake says he would beat Mike Tyson. Who do you got?
Yo, when you see Mike Tyson hitting them pads, you get a little nervous. Yeah.
Bro was running at lightning speed today.
He definitely is looking like a fucking animal. I will say people are underestimating me though, because when I go to his comments, they're just saying like if Mike loses, then fighting is rigged, because they see how good he looks on the mitts. I can see it watching from the sides when you have fought everyone else where they all go, holy shit, this YouTuber hits much harder than I thought he did. And you can see it change in their eyes. I'm not sure Mike will have that moment. Contrary to your belief, I think Mike is not underestimating you.
So AI predicted the outcome of Mike Tyson's and Jake Paul's fight. Let's take a watch. Listen, I can't watch this fight because if Jake Paul actually beats Mike Tyson, I'll cry real man tears. Like, that just can't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
all right, this is MMA. So, not super accurate. It's pretty good, though.
time. 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC
Jake can't beat him. Please don't do it.
Championship of the world.
Iron Mike Tyson has graced the octagon. Tyson is ready.
Can't do it. That's exactly what should happen. Oh my god. If this happens, then the internet would go crazy. If it was the other way though, oh my goodness, the internet would actually implode from itself. You want to talk about like world devastation? Let Jake Paul knock out Mike Tyson. It will be insane.
Fight Mike.
No.
He wants to fight Mike, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't give a f if he's 55.
News. Mike Tyson, the legend, is sending a scary and frightening message to Jake Paul through his latest training footage. In one snapshot shared on Snapchat, Tyson is shown with sweat dripping down his face, accompanied by the ominous words, "Everyone has a plan till they," hinting at Tyson's famous quote about the fragility of strategy in the face of a punch. Another image depicts Tyson hitting the pads with the caption, "All eyes on me," indicating his intense focus and determination. Tyson's coach, Rafael Cordero, predicts that Paul will feel the force of Tyson's punches, causing panic and aiming to keep Paul in a state of distress throughout the fight. The official status of the fight is pending approval from the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations, with Tyson required to undergo a brain test for the fight to proceed. And if there are unwanted news regarding his health, we may not happen to see this legend fight once again. We hope he will be ready in time.
Mike Tyson
is risking serious injury against a powerful 27-year-old who is in his prime. What do you say to that?
I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off over there. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already?
Hey, Buster Douglas was fat, am I right?
I know, but you're no Buster Douglas.
I'm better. I'm better.
No,
and I'm gonna end you quicker than he did. And you'll remember that forever. You started me off. I appreciate that, Mike. I love you like a father loves his son, but I must discipline you. You're going down, old man.
Okay, I love you too.
Mike Tyson doesn't get Jake Paul early and get him out of there early. There's no way he can go all 8 rounds and win this fight. What do you say to that?
Okay, whatever. It's hard to even really be. He's not going to win. Look at, he can't even knock out Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is 40 pounds. How he going to knock me out? What's the other guy? Anderson Silva. He didn't knock those little guys. How he going to knock me out? Who did he knock out? Who did he knock out? Little children. He didn't never knocked out a real man. Come on.
He's questioning your power, Jake. He's saying you haven't knocked out a legitimate fighter of his ilk.
He didn't knock out Tommy Fury.
Hey, look, he's right. I can't stand here and say I did those things, but what I promise to the people is on July 20th, Mike will be put to sleep and he will feel my power, and I will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep for the last time.
Mike, let me ask you this. For the 200 million who will be watching this fight around the world, well over 80,000 people that will be in AT&T Stadium, what can you guarantee these people they will get on July 20th when you step in the ring with Jake Paul?
Listen, we're here. We did enough talking. I'm ready to fight.
We know what Tyson fights like. So interestingly enough, with a lot of my opponents, there's not tons of footage. A lot of those camps, I couldn't prepare for Nate Diaz because there's no footage of Nate Diaz boxing. Yeah, we know he's a southpaw. Yeah, we know he's gonna come forward, but what specifically is he good at in the sport of boxing? We didn't know. So with Mike Tyson, there's hours and hours of footage out there. Sure, some of it's from when he's young, but it's the same style. So we know exactly what he's gonna do, which is to our advantage because we can train for those specific things to have counters built in, which also is fun because we've never really had that. Even for Anderson Silva, we had like one fight of his and he's really tricky. Mike Tyson is pretty straightforward technique to counter him.
But on this topic, nada. Some people think he's trying to save face, hoping the story will just fade away. But in today's world, where everyone loves a good scandal, that's unlikely. Once the rumors started making the rounds, the media jumped all over it. Headlines everywhere speculated about the secret sparring session. Did Jake Paul really get knocked out by Mike Tyson? Every boxing fan and pundit had an opinion, and the story took on a life of its own. It was like a wildfire spreading through the boxing community. Within the boxing world, reactions have been mixed. Some find the story hilarious, a much-needed dose of humility for Jake Paul. Others think it's a bit far-fetched, considering Tyson's age and current physical condition. But the idea of Tyson still having that knockout power is something many fans love to believe.
This question is for Jake. Obviously, Mike is one of the biggest hitters that the heavyweight division has ever seen. I just want to know, when you're thinking about his power, he looks very ferocious on Instagram, especially still. Do you feel like you'll be able to take Mike Tyson's power at this stage?
I know I will be able to. I'm a natural born heavyweight. This is what I was born to do, is to move up into this weight class, and I'm going to show Mike who has the more power, because he's underestimating me. I think everyone else is underestimating me, and I believe that I hit harder. I know it's going to be tough. I know I'm going to have to fight through adversity. I know I might even go to the canvas. I'm scared, don't get me wrong, but it's not about the fear stopping me. It's about going into it even though I am scared, and that's what true bravery is.
Mike, can he take the power, Mike?
Excuse me?
Can Jake take your power?
We're gonna see, huh?
I think Foreman captured the heavyweight title at the oldest age, which was 46 when he fought Michael Moore. He hit him with this perfect right hand. It was crazy. That's okay. That's that bodega cat. That's Mark Norman stuff. We got some good shit though. So he beat Lou Savarese. He was 48 years old. Crazy. And he knocked out Michael Moore. He was 45. So he was the oldest man ever to win the heavyweight title at age 45. And you got to realize, like, that's a real 45. That's not like a 45 today. The 45 today is 45 with testosterone replacement and human growth hormone and peptide.
When this fight happens, Tyson will be 58 years.
I'm worried about it.
Under any circumstances, a almost 60-year-old man shouldn't be fighting a 27-year-old guy under any circumstances, even if it's Mike Tyson. So it's ridiculous.
Now, do you think he can pull it off?
Do I think Tyson can land a shot? Yeah, if Tyson hits him.
But if Tyson lands it, like, what happens to the internet? If Tyson knocks out
my biggest problem with the Jake Paul thing is, and how this plays out, is when he actually fought somebody who was a boxer, who had the same type of record he has, who was his age,
Tommy,
and who was his size, he lost.
Yeah.
So they're never gonna go that out again, right?
Close fight.
And they're trying to pull this whole narrative, like when people, I saw some guy the other day say, when are you gonna stop fighting gimmick fights? You gonna call Mike Tyson a gimmick?
After you're winning these fights and taking everybody down, at some point you're like, I'm unstoppable, I'm invincible. And I think it's a scary thing, but it's also almost, it's necessary, I think, if you want to be the best. So, but you have to, like you said, be able to manage and control it and harness that power. But it's definitely something where, like, after these fights, you know, you feel invincible.
It's weird that we're even talking about
Right. 100%.
that the guy from Disney is going to fight Mike Tyson, the YouTube kid.
Yeah, I know.
If Tyson can have a flashback to the glory days, if there's just like a moment where he
We
just
gotta land one.
sees a combination and empties it on him, that would be wild to watch. If he's physically capable of recapturing 70% of what he used to do, just dealing with that with probably 90% of the power. 70% of the physical ability and 90% of the power, because the power's not gone. You see it when he hits a bag.
Yeah, he's still got the power.
The power's there, 100%. I gotta think Mike Tyson in his prime. Go back and watch some of those early days. He's just coming at you.
Yeah, he was
He's just
sick.
moving. There's just so much to calculate, and bombs are coming your way, and you're trying to hit it with jabs. Like,
Is it old Mike? Are we back to the old days? Well, I hope not, but you know, it should just start rekindling itself every now and then. Hey, man, see, it's like that Garfield movie. When I think I'm out, they bring me back in.
Listen, if Mike Tyson hits anybody, don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock him out cold, isn't he? It's I am Mike Tyson. He's the baddest man on the planet, you know. And Jake Paul's obviously, he's very experienced now. He's had a lot of tough fights. He's had a lot of good fights. So, and he's probably a quarter of the man's age. But obviously, I have to back Mike Tyson. I'm named after the legend, and I back him. As he always backs me. I'm backing Mike for the knockout. Come on, Mike!
Yes.
Social media has been having a field day with this rumor. Memes, jokes, and comments have been flooding in. Hashtags like Charger Tyson KO and Jake Paul down have been trending. It's like everyone is having a blast imagining Jake Paul getting knocked out by Tyson. The internet is undefeated when it comes to spreading and enjoying these kinds of stories. If this rumor is true, it's a massive hit to Jake Paul's image. He's been trying to build himself up as a legitimate boxer, but getting knocked out by a retired legend in a sparring session, that's a tough pill to swallow. It might make people question his skills and toughness even more. For Mike Tyson, this rumor just adds another layer to his already legendary status. Even at his age, if he's capable of knocking out a younger, active fighter like Jake Paul, it speaks volumes about his enduring power and skill. It's a testament to why he's still revered in the boxing world. Fans are absolutely loving this. Tyson's supporters see it as another reason to celebrate their hero, while Jake Paul's detractors are having a field day. Even Jake's fans are split. Some are defending him, while others are laughing along with everyone else. It's one of those stories that brings out strong reactions from everyone. So, is there any truth to this wild rumor? It's hard to say. On one hand, it sounds almost too good to be true, a story that's tailor-made for drama and excitement. On the other hand, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Tyson's known for his power, and Jake Paul's known for biting off more than he can chew. In the boxing community, this rumor has sparked a lot of debates. Some think it's just a tall tale, a bit of hyperbole to spice up the off-season. Others believe it's entirely plausible, given Tyson's reputation and Jake's penchant for getting into situations he's not fully prepared for. Either way, it's got everyone talking. If Jake Paul ever addresses this rumor, it could go one of two ways. He could deny it completely, chalking it up to internet nonsense. Or he could own up to it, perhaps spinning it as a learning experience. Either way, the way he handles it will be crucial for his public image. This whole saga is a perfect example of how powerful rumors can be. A single story, true or not, can capture the imagination of millions and dominate the conversation for weeks. It's a reminder that in the world of sports, sometimes the stories outside the ring are just as compelling as the ones inside it. So there you have it. The rumored tale of Mike Tyson knocking out Jake Paul in a secret sparring session. Whether it's true or not, it's certainly made for some entertaining discussions and plenty of laughs. The world of boxing is full of surprises, and this rumor is just the latest chapter in its long, colorful history. How did you feel about the clips I just shared? I think this is something that is definitely attracting the attention of people, and all of the clips were intriguing, along with my commentary. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe for more thrilling updates.